everyone, welcome back. It's me again, and I'm coming with you, or to you is what I mean, with a new tutorial. As you can see, this is a look that I have on my face, and we're gonna go ahead and do this today, so I hope you're excited. I was super excited to do this considering I haven't done another tutorial, and I wanted to do something for fall, and I ended up using my Amrezy palette. I didn't use any other eyeshadows. Everything I used was from this one palette, so that tells you that you can get a lot of looks from this one palette, and it's a good palette. It's only $29, so it was well worth it. It's by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Anyway, if you're interested in learning how to do this look, then go ahead and keep watching and we'll get right into it. Okay everyone, so as you can see, as of right now, I just have my brows and I have my left eye done just for time's sake. So as you can see, this is the look that we're gonna do. As I told you previously, it's kind of like a sandwich method where you have the same color on the outside and it gets lighter in the center of the lid. So that's the look we're going to do. So let's go ahead and jump in. I am going to be using my Amrezy palette for this look. So let's get started. So first I am going to prime my lid. So I'm actually going to be using this Tarte CC Colored Clay Eye Primer is what I'm going to use. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of get a little bit of that on the lid. And then I'm going to take my ring finger and I'm going to spread this in. And I like that it has a little bit of color to even out and like cover veins and everything. I'm first gonna go ahead and start with my Wayne Goss number 3 brush, and in the palette I'm gonna go ahead and start with this color right here, which is called Caramel, and I'm gonna work this in the crease area. So I'm gonna work right in here and start doing windshield wiper motions and circular motions and get that all into the crease. Now I am forgetting a little step. I'm going to take Vanilla, which is right here, put that underneath the brow ever so lightly, and then I'm also going to take this color up here, which is called Legend, and I'm just going to put that underneath the high part of the brow. Give a brow highlight. Going back into Caramel, we're just going to go ahead and blend now. And that way you also kind of blend in that highlight that we just did. So just keep going until you get it to the desired pigmentation that you want. Now I'm going to switch to a little bit smaller brush. I'm going to switch to a Wayne Goss number 19 brush. And I'm going to go in with this color Morocco, which is right there. And I'm going to go a little bit lower in the crease, and I'm going to apply that kind of directly in the crease right in here. So a little bit lower, and this is just going to add more depth, and it's going to warm the crease up a little bit. And I'm so excited that Anastasia is going to be coming out with her single eyeshadows in November, because they're really, really good. So it's going to look something like that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up a flat brush that looks like this, and this is my Wayne Goss number 18, and I'm going to pick up Morocco again, and this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the inside of my lid about 1/3 of the way in. Like I said, that's going to go about 1/3 of the way in. Then I'm also going to take that color and go from the outside and go 1/3 of the way in as well, leaving the center area blank. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in back with my palette. I'm going to go in this color Deep Plum. I'm going to turn that brush over, the same brush, and I'm going to pick up some of that color, and now I'm going to do the very inner part of the eye. So I'm just going to pack that on. Some people call it a sandwich method. And then I'm going to do the very same on the outside. And I'm more worried about placement right now. Not too worried about blending. That'll come. I'm just going to kind of lightly tap that into the crease to connect the two colors. So it should look like that. Then I'm going to take a little bit smaller brush. I'm going to take a Wayne Goss number 4 brush. Look at that. And I'm going to start blending. I'm going to blend the crease out first. Should look like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to blend this part of the lid, wherever I place the darkness. And it is gonna fade a little bit once you blend. So what I'm gonna do at this point is I'm gonna pick up my MAC pencil brush, which is the 219. I'm gonna pick up some more of that deep plum, and on the outside I'm gonna draw a little V. I just go straight out, I come straight in, and then I'm gonna blend that all in with that pencil brush. So I should get something like that. And then on the inside, I'm going to take it, I'm just going to go up into the crease a little bit, and I'm going to blend it inward. Go back to that blending brush and blend the inside. And then you want to blend the outside, making sure there's no harsh lines. So it should look something like that, pretty even. Now, for the exciting part, there is this product by Josie Maran. It looks like this. It's very liquidy, and it is called the Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadow. It's absolutely gorgeous. So when you open it, it comes with a doe foot applicator, and if you can see, just one swipe. That is one swipe. It's absolutely stunning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap this in the center of my lid. And then I take my ring finger, kind of blend it out, trying to keep the main focus of it in the center of the lid and not going above the crease. So when all's said and done, should look like that. I'm going to go back to that flat brush, which is my 18 brush by Wayne Goss, and go back into the color Morocco, and just right where the dark ends and the color we put in the center, I'm just going to put a little bit of that Morocco to help blend everything together. So there's dark to light, or dark to medium to light. And I'm going to do that on the outside as well, right where the dark is. And I'm just going to put that right in the middle of it. So should look like this at this point. What I'm going to do is, as you can see, I do have liner and lash on here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera and come right back to you. Well, I did go ahead and do the liner, but I'm going to decide to actually go ahead and put the lash on camera. Let me go ahead and put the lashes on. The lash is ready. I'm actually using the Ardell Wispies, so I'm just going to pop. It might help if I actually put some mascara on. Should have done that while the camera was off. And I'm using my MAC in Extra Dimension Black Mascara. Not doing anything too crazy, just getting a good base coat. I got it on the bottom of my eye, but we'll clean that up. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this lash on, and my tweezers are sticking to the lash. So see, we all have problems. Get that, get it to the outside, go to the inside, and now I'm just going to press the band, everything together. So see, we all have problems putting on lashes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But that's what that looks like. So really, really pretty lashes. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with the face, and then we'll go back to the eyes, because I need to do under the bottom lash line. I'm going to go ahead and use my MAC Match Master, and I'm just going to squirt some of that out. I already did go ahead and prime and moisturize my face, and I'm going to use a damp beauty blender. I'm going to pick some of that up, and I'm just going to I'm just going to blend that all in. And And I really like this foundation, but I only like it with the Beauty Blender. I don't like how this looks when I blend it in with a brush for some odd reason. So now that that is all blended in, we're going to go ahead and do concealer. And I'm going to use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20. I'm going to apply that my ring finger first, and this is why I waited to do any under eye makeup. So I'm going to go ahead and blend that in. And then I'm going to go over, I'm going to take the other end of my sponge that I did the foundation, and I'm kind of going to go around the edges, is what I'm trying to say, to blend that in a little bit more with the foundation. Now I'm going to go ahead and set the concealer, and I'm going to use my Wayne Goss number 2 brush, and I'm going to use my NARS translucent powder and crystal, and I'm gonna just tap that on. Then I'm gonna take my MAC Prep and Prime in Light Boost, and I'm gonna use this to highlight my forehead, down my center of the nose, my Cupid's bow, sides of my mouth, and my chin, and also outside of my nose. I know that looks crazy. Back to the Beauty Blender. And I'm blending that out, and now I'm blending out the highlight I put down the center of my nose and the highlight that is in the middle of my forehead with my Beauty Blender. So that is all done. And then I'm going to go back with that crystal powder and all of those areas that I highlighted. I'm going to use this powder to set it with, to set my entire face. I'm going to use my Chanel Universal powder in 30 Natural, and I'm just gonna set everywhere else that hasn't been set yet. Close that up. The Chanel powder is like one of my favorite powders, so this is what that powder looks like. Let's go back into the eyes, and what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take my MAC 219 brush, and I'm gonna go back in with that deep plum, and I'm going to line the under eye part as close to the lash line as possible. And I'm going to take that all the way into the inner eye, or to the inner corner. Then I'm going to take my MAC liner in Engraved, and I'm going to put that in the waterline. So I'm going to continue with that deep plum, kind of using it to smudge out that black liner we also put in the waterline. And you're going to connect that up to the top liner, sticking close to the lash line. So I'm going to take that Wayne Goss pencil brush, and I'm going to go back in with Morocco, which is that reddish brown color, if you remember. It's that color right there. I'm going to go back into that color, and I'm just going to blend that underneath that deep plum. So don't be afraid to go low. I'm just going to get that there, and then I'm going to take another blending brush, and I'm just going to blend that all out. Just don't be afraid to bring it down low. So now let's go ahead and do mascara. I'm going to use my Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara. I am in love with this stuff. Stuff is like perfect. So you really want to coat your lashes as best as you can. Now that the eyes are fully done, that is that. Let's go on to contouring, bronzing, and highlighting, my favorite part. So I'm going to go ahead and contour today with my MAC Taupe, and I'm going to be using my NARS Ita brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and put that in, and I'm going to start at the hollows right about here. I'm going to begin to carve out my cheekbones, my non-existent cheekbones. Blending that up, going into the hairline, coming into the forehead, and basically just going around my entire face. Now we're going to go into bronzer, and I'm going to go ahead today and use my Hoola bronzer, and I'm going to use my Wayne Glass number 12 brush. I'm just going to use this to slightly warm up the skin. Ow, that hurt. So then when all is said and done, you kind of have your contour, then you have your bronze, and you have your bronzer. We're also going to make sure to bronze underneath my jawline. And kind of blend that down the neck. And then for blush, I'm going to use the blush called Animal Instincts. And this came out, I think, in Wilderness collection. I'm not sure on the name, but it's a gorgeous blush. It's absolutely gorgeous, as you can see. It's deep, and it's going to go perfect with this eye look. So I'm going to pick up my Wayne Glass number 14 brush. I'm just going to get a little bit of that, blend this into the cheeks, going kind of towards the back of the cheek. It's a very pretty color, and it's a frost, so it does give a little hint of sheen, but it's very pretty. Don't need very much of this. It's very pigmented. And I am not using a dense brush at all. Just want to make sure that is all blended in. As you can see, I love my blush. I'm going to go back in with another brush and just make sure everything is nicely blended. You don't want anything to look too crazy. Now on to highlight. Highlighter, I'm going to use Global Glow. It is a MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and that looks like this. And I'm just going to use the same brush that I used for my blush. Just going to pick that up. Go right on the top of the cheekbone. Bring a little bit of that on the side above the high point of my brow. Put a little bit on your chin. Then I'm going to pick up with my finger. I'm going to put a little bit on the tip of the nose, down the center of the nose. And then last, to contour my nose, I'm going to take this short little shader brush. I'm going to go back into that contour, and I'm going to lightly contour my nose, which is just... And then you get the bottom. Now to blend everything out, you pick up a clean blending brush. On to lips. I'll go ahead and put a primer on. I'm gonna go ahead and start lining my lips. I'm using Peach Stock, which is a satin finish. And then going to go ahead and use my Whitening Lightning lip gloss in the color Nude. This is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy. I know this ended up being a long tutorial. I'm so sorry. But I wanted to make sure that you got everything and that you fully understood and maybe picked up some new tips and tricks. I thought this was a little bit different method. It's the sandwich method, or that's what some people call it. And it's a little bit different than just doing like your regular smoky eye. It gives a little bit different shape to the eye, and I think it's gorgeous. It's actually one of my favorite ways to do eyeshadow. I really, really love it. Well, I don't really have anything else to say, but I hope you guys thumbs up this video. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and change that unsubscribe to a subscribe. Other than that, leave any comments or suggestions that you may have down in the box. Everything that I used today will be listed in the description box, and I once again hope you guys enjoyed or learned something. I will talk to you guys later. Stay blessed and see you next time. Bye!